It's like a little throwback here. I think this is about right. Hey guys, what's up? It's Karl here, back with another one, and this is one of my personal favorite videos to make every year. It is my annual tech bedroom tour, and for the first time in my YouTube career, this is actually taking place in my master bedroom. So this spot here, many of you may remember it as my older studio until we moved into my new workspace loft. I think that's already been 5-6 months ago now, which is kind of crazy to think how quickly time has gone by, and also crazy to think how I managed to pack my entire studio into this bedroom. It is now though officially a bedroom. You can see a bed. This is where I sleep. I share the place with my girlfriend here, so we have made it into our own spot where we can relax, of course, sleep, and do other fun activities. So I initially didn't want to see a piece of tech inside of this bedroom. I wanted to keep it super bare, a place for me to recharge. That lasted maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then I decided to tech it out. So this is a tour of all the tech inside of my bedroom. Hope you guys can take some sweet ideas from it, and I will be giving away something from this bedroom setup to deck out your own very spot. So just be sure to leave a comment down below on your favorite thing that you saw from today's episode. Follow me over on Instagram where I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Of course, sub to me here on YouTube, that's a given, and I will announce that in one of my next upcoming tour videos. There's a lot of setup videos for the end of 2020. It's crazy. It's August. We've got 4 months left of this shit year. Let's get through it. Let's crush it. Here is my bedroom tech. And what better way to start with my newest edition and the biggest edition, which you see right off to the left. It's a 75-inch, it's massive, 8K TV. It's an LG, the 75-inch Nano 99 model, and it's the top spec of their 8K lineup, and it's got a resolution of 7680 by 4320. That's nuts. That's a ton of pixels. And it's the first 8K panel that I officially own, and the reason for having a nano cell instead of, say, an OLED, which I know a lot of you are familiar with, in this bedroom is just simply look around. We are surrounded by a lot of natural light. It has a light absorbing polymer, whereas say an OLED, which a lot of you guys know, I've got one in my studio, that's actually better for darker conditions. So if you're making a home cinema, obviously OLEDs, those do have deeper blacks, higher contrast ratios. And just like every setup that you guys are trying to build out, you have to remember where the TV is going to sit, what's around it, and of course what you're using it for. The main thing that though attracted me was to make that switch to 8K. I'm always trying to keep on the top of tech. And when I first unboxed this guy, I asked you guys if you had any questions about it. We'll go through some of the most common ones. I also got the input from an LG market training manager, so he's the real product expert on this. Of course, the first and one that I got the most was, is 8K worth it? Do you actually use it right now? And to be honest, that sweet spot where you start noticing the difference between, say, 4K and 8K is right around the 70 to 75 inch mark. So once you start getting larger, you go into TV sizes 85, even 100 inches, having those extra pixels makes a huge difference. The second question that I got a lot was, how well does it handle bright situations? This is honestly what these IPS LED panels are made for.
The nanocell material itself is actually naturally light absorbing. Combined with a reduced glare image, it stays looking very crisp and pure, even off angle, which is another benefit of this TV, which supports IPS.
Better than OLEDs in that regard, and in terms of pricing, they're actually very similar. So an 8K nanocell versus a 4K OLED. So just remember what environment you have, that should be the decision factor. I did get a couple questions around gaming, so what's the refresh rate like? Is it good for gaming? And because it does accept HDMI 2.1, it offers you the best experience whether you're playing the current gen Xbox One X, PS4, or even the next gen consoles. PS5, Xbox Series X, that's the one that I'm gonna grab. You can do 12-bit 120 FPS at 4K, no problem, but remember, these aren't really gaming monitors. If you want the best experience, obviously you'll look towards PC.
It also supports something called auto low latency mode, which is essentially the TV detects when you're playing a game and it turns it into game mode, so it suppresses unnecessary processing and just focuses on gameplay.
Surprisingly, the most amount of 8K content right now is actually found on YouTube. We've got some great content creators that are already pushing out 8K video.
But I think more importantly than that, the processor, the Alpha 9 Gen 3, is really good at identifying lower resolution content and it uses something called deep learning, and it basically picks out the edges and it sharpens them, and it makes it look as close as possible to 8K resolution. So I think that is probably the most important part, because what you're currently watching the most of is not 8K. So you want an 8K panel that has a very strong processor to be able to make that non-8K content look 8K today.
I would definitely say that 8K is the future, and to kind of round up this review and bring it back to the bedroom here, there is one feature that I do love to use. It's actually the home dashboard that pops up now. It is built with WebOS 5.0, and now I can control all of the smart home tech from my bedroom, from my TV. So a lot of my Philips Hue light bulbs, a lot of my Google Home speakers, my smart thermostat, I can control all of that through my TV. So it is a centralized hub, a sweet addition to the bedroom. Yes, it might be slightly overkill at 8K, but it is the top end spec. It's straight up just dope tech, and I'm curious what you guys have to say about 8K TVs. Let me know down below. Let's get back though to the rest of the bedroom tour. The TV is sitting on some furniture. A lot of you guys have asked what furniture that I usually rock. All of this stuff is from Roveconcepts. They've provided most of my furniture here in my place, so big shout outs to them. It is a step up from, say, an IKEA grade. It's a lot nicer finishing. It's way better quality. I've gone with the walnut finish, and it has some nice white glossy cabinets along the bottom, which I do store some stuff. The walnut finish kind of continues throughout the rest of the place. I've got the two matching nightstands with the hunter bed in gray. Because this bed was brought in for my second bedroom, which is smaller, it's only a queen. The next upgrade will be a king size. And the mattress that I'm using, I love it so much, I swear by it. It's the Lisa Hybrid. So it has one layer of foam, one layer of springs. It's got a nice firmness to it. Never thought I'd be talking about mattresses on a YouTube channel, but if you sleep in the thing for maybe 10, 12 hours a day, you might as well get something good. Let's go through what sits on my nightstands, and maybe we'll do a his and hers. Hopefully my girlfriend doesn't mind it. Over on mine, I have the sweetest charging dock from Logitech. It's simply called Powered, and it's a Qi wireless charger, so it charges up all of my accessories. I usually have the phone that I'm testing. Right now, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, or my iOS Daily, which is my iPhone 11 Pro Max. It also has a spot for my Apple Watch Series 5 when I do take it from time to time. It does mostly live there though, and it has a nice little spot beside it for my AirPods. Currently using the AirPods Pros as my wireless headphone choice. I love how it just keeps everything so compact in one place. Highly, highly recommended as an accessory. Beside that, I have a BenQ reading lamp. It's great because it articulates easily. I can bring it over if I am reading books in bed. It's simple and modern, it's got a great finish to it, and underneath that, it's the perfect spot for my Google Nest Hub. It has a very simple clock face, so I can always glance and see what time it is. Of course, this is where I ask Google a million questions. Hey Google, who is winning the Bayern Munich-Barcelona game?
The final score was 8-2 Bayern Munich.
I also have a Google Wi-Fi mesh node that sits off to the side, and that of course is throughout my entire condo, just helps with Wi-Fi connectivity as we are in a largish place. Over on my girlfriend's side, she is pretty OG, to be honest. I don't think she has any tech. Maybe she has her laptop. She currently uses a MacBook Air. A couple candles, a shade controller, and that concludes her tech game. On her side though is the Nest thermostat. There's a separate controller just for this room. We can control that manually via an app or on the TV like I mentioned. On the far side of the bedroom, just over this way, we've got a cabinet for some clothes. We do share that. It's of course Roveconcepts in that walnut finish to kind of tie everything together. A couple pieces of tech. First, in the lamp, we've got some Philips Hue light bulbs. We have them throughout this entire bedroom, including the Philips Hue light bars. Usually we do have these on at night. You can control the colors, kind of sets an interesting mood for the evening. The Bluetooth speaker that we use is the LG PK7. I just really like the design. It fits into this theme. It's minimal, it's white, it's got some pretty decent sound. The bass is really good. We kind of bring that between here and our balcony, which we have at the front. It's actually a separate balcony from my main one, which is off actually this way. It's right behind your guys' camera here. And I can sadly say in the 3 years that I've lived in this condo, I have never actually gone outside onto this balcony other than to put my soccer shoes after a game. It should be my goal by the end of this year to enjoy breakfast, maybe do some work outside because I've got a pretty sweet view of downtown Toronto here. Another goal for 2020, I guess. The only two pieces of artwork here are actually my girlfriend's. I have a bit of FOMO of putting art up. I'm not really too big of a fan. They are sitting over top of our cabinet. She actually took her schooling and did her master's in Oxford, so that's really big on her end. So she just has a city poster of both Oxford and London. I think that's pretty dope. And other than that, that is pretty much the main pieces of tech here in my bedroom. I do have a couple other knickknacks, maybe off to the corner you can see. I think I have Lego in every single one of my rooms, but this is the AT-AT Walker. I've got a 70 Years of Porsche book. Carpet, just because I'm looking at it, that was from Wayfair. I'll leave a link down below, but you can kind of see it ties in the entire theme. I think my colorways here, white, gray, and of course the walnut are the predominant color schemes or colorways in this bedroom. But yeah, I think that kind of concludes my entire tech bedroom tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will try to leave everything linked down below. It's just super dope that I actually have a bedroom now and my studio is in a separate place from where I live. If you guys are interested in my full condo tour, let me know down below. And just remember, one of the items from this bedroom is heading out your way. So just be sure to sub to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next ones. Peace.